I feel so comfortable at the top of the La Liga that in today's episode I'm covering 2 games in 2 separate competitions, none of which are the La Liga. If I go on to lose it now, I'm going to look like a wee bit of an idiot. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 9th episode of the Real Madrid FM21 Save, where today we are facing Lazio, simulating these 2 boring La Liga games off camera, and then we are versing Almeria in the semi-final of the Spanish Cup, or whatever it's actually called. I imagine it's called something very different in real life, but I didn't realise we were actually in the semi-finals so far. It's come quite quickly, and the other teams that are in it are Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, so it is going to be an intense final, but I'm fairly confident that we're going to get into it, despite the fact that we did get a little draw in the first game, but we ignore that. Make sure that you do subscribe to this channel if you are enjoying the series so far. Make sure to like this video as well if you are enjoying the series as well. That's all the admin out of the way. Let's jump into the episode. Since last time out, we have done very well, as per usual, coming away with every single game being all 3 points, apart from this game in the Spanish Cup. But I'm feeling confident that away from home, we're going to come away with a win. It was a very bland affair. I remember the XG for both sides being insanely low, 0.68 for us and a 0.15. So the XG in total wasn't even 1. So it's probably fair to have not seen a goal at all in that match. But I think the last game that we saw was this one against Atletico Madrid. And then we simulated the January transfer window. I don't think I made any transfers since then. I think that I did end it off camera. But nah, we didn't do anything. Maybe I did finish it on. I can't remember. It was too long ago, to be honest with you. So we did win all of those games, and we just came away with the 3-0 win against Granada in the league, which is a very good performance. Hopefully, it's going to go in with us in this game against Lazio, which is, to be fair, one of the easiest teams in the running for the Champions League still, although they are still up in 5th position. So we can't really, disrespect them too much. They have some very good players, but we're going to jump straight into the first game of the episode, which is against them, as I've already said like 6 or 7 times. And this is the squad that we're going with. We still have an injury to Benzema. Garcia's out because of a suspension. Hazard's also out, so we've brought in one of our youngsters in the name of Alvaro Carrilero. And he's a centre-back option that I hope can really cover if we need him to, because even Sergio Ramos isn't completely fit. And every time I see that joining, it makes me very, very upset. But this is the squad we're going with. I realise that I've gone into a habit of going through the squad each time. You have eyes. You can do the work yourself. You can take a look at the squad. We'll go take a look at the squad that we're versing, though, because that is something that I have not seen either. So the key players for them would be Milinkovic-Savic, Immobile, Luis Felipe. Definitely quite a few good players in there. I mean, I don't know if anyone would be starting for us, but some really good players, and not a team that should be completely disrespected. And with that in mind, I'm starting to think already, maybe going onto a positive mentality early on is just inviting some counter-attacking football. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll regret the decision if they score here, but if we score, it was a magic decision. Luis Alberto trying to find a ball into the mixer, but he only finds Mendy, and now we are on a counter-attack. This is looking positive. This is what I like to see. That pass was not positive, Dybala. They get it back, and they're trying to play it out from defence, and this is positive for them, but unfortunately for them, they clear it far too far, and Courtois collects it easily, trying to find a player to roll it out to or kick it out to. He goes for the kick, and he's almost gotten over the top of everyone, but one of their defenders finds their way. Correa's in on goal, and he's shot just wide, and I think balanced is the way to go for this game. They're probably a much better side at home than they will be away from home, but still a decent 11. Let's not get too all over it. I drew 0-0 to a game that I can't even remember the name of in the Spanish Cup, so I shouldn't be too cocky. I definitely shouldn't be too cocky. It's 0-0 as we go into the halftime break. 0 shots to us is the concerning thing. I don't know if we've ever had that, so I'm probably going to get a little bit aggressive during this halftime team talk. I'm happy that you guys didn't have to actually see what I was saying to the boys, because it wouldn't have been pretty. It would not have been pretty Why am I repeating all of the words I'm saying? I think it's like, to be fair, it's only like the second time that I've done it, but it's bothering me. Valverde's coming on because Casemiro may have picked up a knock or something at halftime. I don't know. Well, I hope he didn't pick it up at halftime. That would be very embarrassing for him. But he's picked it up at some point. Either way, he was tired, so we brought Valverde on, and I'm sure he'll do an amazing job in that central midfield role. A ball into the mixer there, didn't quite find the intended target, but it does mean that we do have the opportunity to win the ball back here, but we lose it straight afterwards, and it is Immobile in on goal, and he does not miss them. And there's his 22nd goal of the season. And this man is clearly on fire at the moment, and we are clearly not in this game. And it is surprising because we seem to dominate every single game that we're in, as you can see by the way that we've just won 90% of our games. We've had more shots in the second half. I mean, I know that we had one right at the end of that first half, but I think it's the attacking 11 that isn't doing much at this minute. So I'm thinking Asensio is going to come on, and he's going to replace Depay, mainly because Depay is quite tired, but also because he's just been playing terribly up in that central attacking left wing position. You know what I'm trying to say. Dybala's also probably going to have to come off as well, playing a 6.1, which is shocking, and they have a free kick. And you know, if I can stop this from being a highlight, I certainly will do it. Is it going to stop it from being a highlight? Get in. I think that was going to be a goal. I think I've just stopped a goal with that tactical move there. A Kirby trying to play in a ball. Can we see a highlight for us? It would be nice. It would be a change of pace, which is something that I wasn't expecting to say in this game, to be honest. I thought we'd be all over them. And Immobile scored again. It's 2-0. Man, this is not the result that I was expecting at the end of the first leg. Cataldi's played a beautiful ball through. If you are an old fan of the channel, you'll know why Cataldi is such a club legend here. If anyone knows why Cataldi, or just remembers Cataldi from this channel, please let me know down in the comment section below. He is a legend of the channel. But it doesn't look like he's helped us out today, as I think we're going to go 2-0 down at the end of the first leg. It's absolutely terrible. We're going to go attacking to try and get this away goal, because that could mean everything in the grand scheme of things in this tie. Cataldi's on a corner. We do clear it out, though. And if we collect it, we could have a counter-attack, but Lazari's there, and none of our players are anywhere near it. Odegaard, win the ball, win the ball, win the ball. He didn't win the ball, but we have got it now. Asensio trying to find a pass forward, or trying to find a space to run into, and he's done exactly that. Now he's cutting inside, finding Valverde, and if he scored that, that would have really given us, not quite the edge in the second leg, but would have given us a lot more confidence going into that. Modric with a corner, and it's almost found its way all the way to the back post. Hulk's on it, back to Modric, into Valverde. I think the chance is over, and yes, I think that's going to be all she wrote for this game, but we do have one more chance. Oh, it's going to go there, isn't it? This is not going well. Correa's in on goal. Well, not really, but, you know, running towards the goal, trying to find a ball into the mixer, but Mendy does block it. And if we can just get one goal, as I've said like 3 times now, again, repeating myself, but I think this is important to repeat. If we can get just one goal, that would really help us in the second leg. It is Asensio on the ball once again. He seems to be in the middle of everything at the moment. And Odegaard, you just had to shoot to the other side, or at least get some height on that. But it's not gone into the back of the net, and we have lost the first leg 2-0. And that is an absolute mountain to overcome in the second leg, after I was, to be fair, disrespecting Lazio, and I've definitely been put in my place there. Jovic has been on a goal drought as well. I think having Benzema out of the 11 has not been ideal. But we had a 3-goal win in the last game. So I thought we'd be better in front of goal, but definitely weren't attacking our best that night. And we're now going to have to jump into these next 2 games, hopefully get our form back, and then we're going to finish off the episode with this game against Almeria, who are in the first division. No, they're in the second division. Come on, surely we can't lose that one. Like, I thought losing to Lazio was bad, but Almeria, I don't think I'd ever live that one down. Look, now that I've realised that Almeria are a second division side, I'm never going to live it down if we don't win this next game. But we managed to win the one game that we played since last time. I know it was meant to be 2, but one of them has clearly been delayed. And Depay scored 2 goals late on to give us a 2-0 lead. I know, you look at that scoreline and you think, oh, that was comfortable. Maybe a goal in the 33rd minute, then, 62nd minute. Yeah, no, 88th, 90th. It was stressful. I was scared. I'm just happy we got it over and done with, and I'm hoping that we can do the same in today's game. I want you to bear in mind that although this is an important game, we're versing Barcelona next. So I have rotated the squad, but it is still an insanely strong 11 with Benzema up top, Depay in there, of course, after scoring his double in the last game. You can look at the rest of the squad. I've worked out that you guys have eyes recently, so yeah, don't yet go through it every single video. That probably explains why most of my videos are dragging out. Man, I would love to see the view retention when I start going through the squad. I reckon everyone's just double tapping their screens to move forward 10 seconds, and to be honest, I wouldn't blame you. If you're looking at the Almeria squad, there's no one to be fair, there's actually a couple of people I recognise, but that's only because I've played Football Manager and FIFA for a lot of years, but no hugely massive names in there, and they're definitely going defensive, hoping to come away with a counter-attacking goal to get them through to the next round. It would be mad respect to them if they do manage to do it, but I'm really not backing them, and I'm really hoping it doesn't happen, because we need to be in our second cup final. Champions League doesn't look very likely now, and I would love to get 2 trophies off the board in the first season, as we didn't win that. The Copa is still a little bit upset about that, but we're meant to begin 6, so if we got 2 off the board straight away, then that is exactly what we need. Memphis Depay's on the ball into Asensio, and we've scored already, and honestly, I think it's game, set and match already. I don't see a reason why they would come away with a goal at any point if we continue to go the way that we are currently, and they're not exactly going to start hitting us on a pressing, attacking mentality. So I got to feel for them a wee bit, because there's an absolute blinder from the goalkeeper. Is blinder a bad thing or a good thing? It's not the best save ever, is what I'm trying to say. He definitely could have gotten more of a hand to it. It's unlucky that is the shot that's gone into the back of the net, but I'm not going to complain. It's 1-0, and at half-time, they're doing a good job at closing us out, and there's one more opportunity. They still haven't had a single shot in this half, though, and they might be changing it up here, but we're on the ball, and to be honest, I'm not expecting us to be losing it anytime soon. Marcelo up to Memphis Depay, into Martin Odegaard, over to Asensio, who cuts inside, plays it into Benzema, and it's, well, it should have been 2-0, but Benzema couldn't hold his run just a wee bit more. I thought he looked onside. I thought there was a perfectly timed, no, that is quite a hefty amount offside, I will admit. He did backtrack a wee bit there, if you saw that, so that kind of explains why my eyes were deceiving me. But I'm going to tell them I'm happy with the performance so far. I mean, we're winning 1-0, haven't given them a single shot. They've been defending for their lives out there, so you can't really complain all that much. I wonder what the manager for them said to them at halftime. Do you say I'm happy with the performance, or do you say I'm not happy? Surely you say you're happy. Like, it's Real Madrid that you're versing, and you're only losing 1-0 with an XG of 0.93, and we haven't had a shot for quite some time. Like, they're doing well. Let's give credit where credit is due. But I think we're going to have to make our first 2 substitutions of this game. And the first one is going to be Eric Garcia to come on for Militao. And the second one is going to be Asensio to come off. And we're going to chuck Hulk on that right-hand side. Put him on a more attacking duty as well to hopefully add to this tally. Although it doesn't really matter if we score 1 goal more or no goals more, because we're currently going through to the final. It's not convincing. It's not classy. It's not even that respectable, but it's going to be a win, and we're going to make our final substitution, who is going to be Odegaard to come off. We're going to bring Isco on for the last few minutes. I don't think anything's going to happen in these last few minutes. We do have a free kick. You know, you never know. We could double our advantage. It's a penalty. That looks insanely harsh, because I was actually looking at Benzema there. I don't think anything happened, but it's a penalty, and to be honest, I actually don't really want to. I want Benzema to score it for form reasons, but I don't really want this to go, and I want Almeria to come away with a great result here. You know, 2-0 still really good, but 1-0 coming away with a 0 draw in the first leg, then coming back to our home stadium and only conceding 1 goal, that would be respectable. I mean, even 2-0 is very respectable, but it does look a wee bit better for us now. So at least we have managed to get the ball into the back of the net twice in that match, and it does mean that we're jumping into the final. Oh gosh, I was like, when did we verse Club Brugge? But that does mean that we're jumping into the final against Barcelona. Why can't we have that confirmed, man? Like, it's obviously going to happen. Like, it's not gonna, like, you don't have to draw anything. We're versing Barcelona, and there's going to be a repeat of the last game that we played against them. Hopefully not, actually, in the Super Cup final. And I don't know when that game's going to be, but it's going to be sometime in the future. It's going to be not next episode, but the episode after that. So we're going to play these 2 games, in the next episode. I know we're not simulating in between, I apologise, but they're two important games. It's Barcelona and then the Champions Cup, and then hopefully we'll be in the next round of the Champions Cup, which might be somewhere around here, but we'll definitely cover the Spanish Cup final in that game as well. But that is where we're going to end this episode. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the business in the Champions League, but I'm hoping we can overcome it in the second leg at home and not concede a goal to give them away goals, because that's going to just create issues for us. And of course, we're going to be versing Barcelona as well, so subscribe so you do not miss that episode. Make sure you like this video if you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later.